Hi there and welcome back. If you're planning to take the SHRM or HRCI exam, then you will need to be familiar with certain HR terms and definitions. By the end of this video, you will know what is a learning organization, what's a field experiment, job enrichment, and job enlargement. So let's begin with a learning organization. So a learning organization is one that seeks to create its own future. It is one that assumes learning is an ongoing and creative process for its members and therefore develops, adapts, and transforms itself in response to the needs and aspirations of people both inside and outside its organization. What learning organizations do is set its employees free. Employees no longer have to be passive players in this equation. They learn to express ideas and challenge themselves to contribute to create a better work environment by participating in a paradigm shift from the traditional authoritarian workplace philosophy to one where the hierarchy is broken down and human potential is given a boost. Learning organizations foster an environment wherein people can create the results they truly desire and where they can learn together for the betterment of the whole organization. With 900 plus team members spread across the globe, Alpha Sites, a research platform, streamlined its course creation process with digitized training so that employees could onboard, learn in the flow of work, and continue to sharpen their skills. The switch to learning technology helped Alpha Sites transform itself into a learning organization with an all-time high training engagement rate. Let's move on to our next topic, which is field experiments. Hoffling in 1966 conducted a field experiment to investigate obedience in nurses. The study recruited 22 nurses working in a psychiatric hospital on a night shift, although they were unaware they were taking part in the study. During their shift, a doctor, who was actually the researcher, called the nurses and asked them to urgently administer 20 milligrams of a drug to a patient. Now note, this was double the maximum dosage of this drug, and these nurses knew about this. The research aimed to identify if people would break the rules and obey the orders of authoritative figures. The results showed that 95% of the nurses obeyed the order of the doctor, in this case the researcher, despite breaking the rules. Only one questioned the doctor. The Hoffling study is an example of a field experiment. It was carried out in a natural setting and the researcher manipulated the situation. Similarly, in the workplace, field tests can be conducted by HR, for example. Two versions of the same JD can be produced and advertised. We can then measure if there is a difference in the number of applications received for each of the JDs, or if there is a difference in the quality of applicants based on the JD. This way, we can then move forward and amend all JDs to suit a similar style to the one which generated a better response. Great, let's move along. Next, what is job enrichment? Before we talk about job enrichment though, I apologize in advance for interrupting the video right now. Just a quick message from me. If you are preparing for the SHRM exam, then consider checking out my SHRM exam study guide, the one-book learning system. I have left a link in the description of this video where you can find more details about this guide and how to use it to ace the exam. Now back to the video. So what's job enrichment? Job enrichment means enhancing individual jobs to make them more rewarding and inspiring. The idea was most notably promoted by psychologist Frederick Herzberg in his classic article, One More Time, How Do You Motivate Employees? Job enrichment expands the task set that you perform and the skills that you can develop. This makes for more stimulating and interesting work and adds variety, challenge, and depth to your daily routine. Enriched jobs give you more freedom, independence, and responsibility. You'll also likely receive plenty of feedback so that you can assess and improve your performance. How does job enrichment help motivation? Well, number one, skill variety. increasing the number of skills that individuals use while performing work. Task identity, enabling people to perform a job from start to finish. Task significance, providing work that has a direct impact on the organization or its stakeholders. Autonomy, increasing the degree of decision making and the freedom to choose how and when work is done. Feedback, increasing the amount of recognition for doing a job well and communicating the results of people's work. Job enrichment addresses these factors by enhancing the job's core dimensions and increasing people's sense of fulfillment. Now, job enrichment doesn't necessarily increase workload. Crucially, it should give people more control over their work. Lack of control is a key cause for stress and therefore unhappiness. Where possible, team members should have the opportunity to take on some tasks traditionally done by managers. These can include planning, executing, and evaluating the jobs they do. This helps to develop initiative and can also reduce the pressure on managers who feel like they are being pulled in too many directions at times. Next, let's look at job enlargement. Now, job enlargement and job enrichment, people often get this wrong on the SHRM exam because they are quite similar to each other. However, there are some differences and we will look at them, right? So, job enlargement is the horizontal expansion of a job. It involves the addition of tasks at the same level of skill and responsibility. So, in simpler terms, it's just more work basically. If you are finding value in this video and would like to be reminded of similar videos, then consider subscribing to my channel. Like the video, leave a comment. Thanks a bunch. Let's continue. Now, the difference between job enrichment and job enlargement is quality and quantity. Job enrichment means improvement or an increase with the help of upgrading and development, whereas job enlargement means to add more duties and an increased workload. By job enrichment, an employee finds satisfaction in respect to their position and personal growth potential, whereas job enlargement refers to having additional duties and responsibilities in a current job description. Job enlargement is a vehicle employers use to put additional workload on employees, perhaps in economical downtime. Now, due to downsizing, an employee might feel lucky to have a job at all, right? Despite the fact that his duties and responsibilities have increased. Another approach is that by adding more variety and enlarging the responsibilities will provide the chance of enhancement and more productivity. Job enrichment involves organizing and planning in order to gain more control over their duties and work as a manager. The execution of plans and evaluation of results motivates workers and relieves boredom. Next, I recommend you watch this playlist in which I cover some of the SHRM topics and theories. Also, if you found value in this video, then like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. I post HR and leadership related videos every week. I will see you in the next video.